Hi, my name is Jason Beale. I'm the Animal Care Program Director at Shavers Creek Environmental Center. We are Penn State's Nature Center and Outdoor Learning Lab located in Stone Valley Forest, about 12 miles south of the University Park campus. All right, today we're going to be taking a tour of Shavers Creek, learning about some of the trails that you can experience as well as some of the visitor services that we have here to support you as a Penn State student at Shavers Creek in Penn State. So this is part of the accessible trail, and we're working on getting it completed up to the aviary. So that's one of the ongoing projects here in the next couple months. I've been here for 6 years. I came in the fall of 2014. I was a Penn State student from 95 to 99, and then became an intern after a volunteer time at Shavers Creek, and then 14 years after that, had the opportunity to come back here after spending my career at other nature centers. So we're overlooking where Shavers Creek comes into Lake Perez, and across the way you can see boats. That's Stone Valley Recreation Area, which is operated by Student Affairs, and boat rentals are available for students at different seasons. They also have cabin rentals available, but it's one of our partners here in Stone Valley Forest. So here's another view of Lake Perez with the fall foliage. Around Shavers Creek, we have a variety of benches and pavilions for visitors to experience when you're out. So perfect for a family, for just a day hike, or even for just a couple hours to stop in and have an experience here in the forest. Here's a nice view of Stone Valley Recreation Area again. They are one of our partners here in Stone Valley Forest, part of Penn State. And if you pass the Shavers Creek entrance and follow the road around to Scare Pond Road, you'll come to their entrance. And once again, that's where boat rentals and cabins are found. one of the things that we do at Chambers Creek, obviously, is provide an opportunity for people to engage in the natural world in a safe way. And so, coming to a place, with our visitor center and with these trails, which don't really require you to go too far afield, it's a great way if you haven't spent much time in the outdoors, or if you've got young kids, or if you have mobility or accessibility issues. We have opportunities right around the center, and then that could be a gateway to greater exploration of Stone Valley Forest in the future. This is one of our sugar maples here that's found at Chambers Creek. There are many of them here in Stone Valley in our rich soils. And you'll notice these scars here. These are tap holes from the maple sugaring operation when that sap is gathered in late winter and early spring. And it's dependent on the climate and the sugar maple. So it's northeastern North America, the United States and Canada is where we find the conditions and the trees that allow us to make maple syrup. So this is the sugar shack. This is where the maple sap is turned into maple syrup or sugar. And every year, tapping starts, depending on the weather, anytime from January or February, and usually goes until about late March, occasionally early April. But that sap is boiled down in an evaporator. It's primarily water with just maybe 3 to 5% sugar content. And so we have to evaporate all that off to render it down to the maple syrup that you know and love on your pancakes and waffles. Here at Chambers Creek, one of the things that we like to do is connect people to nature in their own backyard and discuss ways that you can live sustainably with the natural world. One way is creating habitat, such as this fishless pond here, which is an excellent breeding area for our local amphibians, so salamanders and frogs. We also find turtles and a lot of insects foraging around here. We also engage in citizen science or community science, which allows everyday people to help collect data to understand what animals are out there, what plants may be in a certain area that are invasive. And this allows us to make informed management decisions. And so to learn more about that, you can visit chamberscreek.org and our citizen science page. So this is the gateway to many of our trails, including our accessible boardwalk, which heads over to Stone Valley Recreation Area. If it's your first time at Chambers Creek, this is one of the trails that we recommend you explore. Any time of year, there's always something to see here. So we'll be heading down to see our boardwalk trail. This is also part of our lake trail, which goes all around the lake, so through Stone Valley Recreation Area as well as Chambers Creek. But that's a great hike, about 2.5 miles to spend on a nice, beautiful day. So welcome to the Boardwalk Trail. We'll go ahead and explore a little bit where Shavers Creek comes into Lake Perez. This is a beaver canal right here. This is an area that the beavers have actually kind of dug out so they can easily move to the lake, to the creek without exposing themselves. And so you can really see how that channel has been manipulated here. Here's where the mouth of Shavers Creek comes into Lake Perez. So once again, another gorgeous view with Stone Valley Recreation Area to our left, and then Shavers Creek up here on the hill to our right. So now we'll take a little tour over to Stone Valley Recreation Area from our Boardwalk Trail. So we're now at Stone Valley Recreation Area. This is once again our partner here in Stone Valley Forest, operated by Student Affairs. Lots of parking, access to the trails, once again boat rentals and in-season cabin rentals, but a lot of opportunities to explore here. And once again, you can take the accessible boardwalk trail to visit Shavers Creek just on the other side of the lake. So these two trees here are eastern hemlocks. This is the state tree of Pennsylvania. It's a conifer that's often found in these kind of cool slopes, very often around streams. so after our stopover at Stone Valley Recreation Area and the boardwalk, we're going to now head back to Shavers Creek Environmental Center. And here's a view of Shavers Creek itself. Shavers Creek starts in Rothrock State Forest and then flows into Stone Valley Forest and then obviously into Lake Perez, as we've seen. So at Shavers Creek, we have a number of events going on throughout the year. One of my personal favorites is the Birding Cup. And so every year, the first weekend in May, teams of bird watchers go out into the surrounding forest in the surrounding counties and attempt to count by sight or sound as many species of birds as they possibly can. And what we do is we get pledges per species of bird identified or flat donations, and that is our major fundraiser at Shavers Creek. And it's open to all ages, all abilities. So if you've never bird watched before, we can get you started. It's a great way to get connected with the land, get connected with people, and help to contribute to supporting Shavers Creek Environmental Center and then the work we do as part of outreach and online learning. So this is the garbage graveyard. Once again, one of the themes at Shavers Creek is connecting people to people and people to nature. And we want to make people aware of the impact that our actions have on the landscape and on the natural world. And so this area here shows a variety of different waste products and how long they take to break down in the environment, if in fact they do break down. Well, that concludes our virtual tour of Shavers Creek Environmental Center. We look forward to seeing you out here at some point in the future. And to learn more about what's going on at Shavers Creek throughout the year, visit www.shaverskreek.org.